Then that opportunity will go to the Honorable Yusuf Hajj, member for Mandera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I also thank sincerely my colleague, Honorable Baraza, for having come up with this amendment, which is very timely. Actually, pension delay has become very chronic. I know of members, pensioners who have stayed even 6-7 years waiting for their pension. And because of the stress, because of having stress of waiting for that money, many of them die or they get even very serious chronic illness. And by the time they get their pension, if ever they get before their death, it will not even help them. Therefore, many of them die without getting. And this system of pension, of centralized pension, that every pensioner must come to Nairobi to look for his or her pension, is a serious problem that needs to be looked at. Why can't we or the government decentralize the pension processing points? Even if the payment is ultimately in Nairobi, but at least the pension processing points need to be decentralized to as low as maybe sub-county level, so that a pensioner can go to the sub-county pension office and process all his papers there. Whatever is missing is asked while he's there. He or she supplies it, and by the time it's sent to Nairobi, then it's only a matter of payment. And this is what's supposed to be done. NSSF does it to some extent, actually to the regional level at least. And why can't the centralized retirement pension schemes system don't do the same? Some people even fear to continue working until they reach retirement age. They fear because by the time they retire and their pension will not be available, they know that they are going to suffer. And hence, they retire, or some of them leave the job and look for an alternative livelihood before they reach the pension age, just because they know that pension will delay and they'll suffer. My recommendation is that, as my other colleagues have said, pension must be paid within 3 months. And those 3 months, pensioners should be paid their full salaries until they get their pension in their account. Because how else do you expect for somebody to survive? Somebody who has worked for this government for 30 years, 35 years. The only way that person can survive, and the only way we can be very fair as a government, is that the pensioner should be paid full salary until his or her pension reaches his account. That is the time the salary is supposed to be stopped. But now, what is happening is salary is stopped, pension is not forthcoming, and therefore the person suffers throughout. Corruption is another problem. Somebody who has been a teacher maybe for 30 years, having retired, has nothing, maybe comes looking for his pension here in Nairobi. The person is already suffering because of expenses like hotel bills.
The Honorable Yusuf, we've been caught by time.
Pardon?
I'll ask you to wind down in a minute so that
Okay. So my strong recommendation is that let us pay pensioners their full salaries until their pension is in their account. Thank you so much.